I'm Shakur Stevenson. I am a 2-division world champion, Olympic silver medalist, ranked in the top 10 pound for pound by ESPN. Extraordinary is my only option.
I'm in your house, Shakur.
Looks like we got to fight, you guys. Shakur Stevenson, Edwin de los Santos is going down this November. Really quick turnaround from the Frank Martin fight falling through, right? Frank Martin, for whatever reason, right? Whether it's valid or invalid, he pulled out of the fight. Now it's looking like a duck move, especially now with the fact that Edwin de los Santos decided to step up. Edwin de los Santos has been raising his hand for the past about 4 or 5 months. Like, hey, look, pick me. I want to fight Shakur. I'll fight Shakur. He's been saying it for a while, and Shakur finally doubles down and fights Edwin de los Santos. After trying to fight some of the more notable guys in the weight class, and with things falling on deaf ears, we're calling these guys out. Well, now he's looking down to Edwin de los Santos, the guy that's really been vocal about, and one of the few guys that's been very vocal about facing Shakur Stevenson. I'll bet the battle of the boogeyman. Both guys are having a really hard time at 135. And now, what better way to make something happen than to fight each other? So I deem this the battle of the boogeymen, right? Because Edwin de los Santos been looking for the smoke as well. Can't find none. Shakur Stevenson been looking for the smoke. Can't find none. Well, they found each other. So much respect for both men for getting this thing done, right? Supposed to be going down this November. Not necessarily a good look for Frank the Ghost Martin, if you ask me, because it just looked like he ducked in. I mean, who could you blame? PBC? I don't know, man. But to me, this is a great fight. And honestly, even though I'm a fan of Frank Martin, y'all know I ride with Frank 100%. But if I'm honest, I think this is probably a tougher fight than Frank Martin. I could be wrong, but with the fact that De Los Santos is a southpaw, and he seems to have been getting better and better each fight. He showed us in fights that he could fight. He showed us that he could box, and he showed us that he could punch. So on paper, this would arguably be Shakur Stevenson's toughest fight, right? Just what Edwin de los Santos bringing to the fight. He's a hungry fighter. He's motivated. He got some momentum going into the fight. And Shakur Stevenson, as we know, is one of the more talented young fighters in the sport of boxing. And people got high expectations for Shakur Stevenson. However, he has to go out there and prove everybody that he is good as we believe he is to be, right? I don't really see too many people saying Shakur Stevenson isn't as good as they say, right? They just use the politics and things like that to try to beat him up, or his immaturity on social media to kind of take shots at him. But when we talking about a fighter and putting him in the ring, Shakur Stevenson is about as good as they come, right? But this fight is really good fight, man. Really good fight. Shakur Stevenson, he's been out here, you know, and really for boxing right now, it's been relatively quiet. And usually it is quiet when nobody got no fights lined up. And unfortunately, you know, we got to talk about the guys that's talking. Shakur Stevenson's been one of the main guys that's been out here talking his shit, whether he has a fight or not. Usually the streets get real quiet. Nobody wants to make a move when there's no fights lined up. But Shakur Stevenson, and it probably rub a lot of people the wrong way, but he's been out here banging on everybody's door, trying to get some more, right? Trying to get some fights, trying to do things right. I mean, this is just what it is. This is just what it is, man. You got to do what you got to do in this boxing game. Some people may feel a certain type of way about how he handled the Devin Haney situation. Me personally, I hope they could squash it and eventually Barry the Hatchet become friends again. But as of right now, it's business, and it's a very competitive lightweight division with a lot of talented fighters outside of just those two guys. Edwin de los Santos is one of them. So yeah, man, this is a great fight, great year for boxing. Last time we seen Edwin, he was in there just Joseph Adorno, looked really good in the fight. Prior to that, he knocked out Jose Venezuelez. Very good performance as well. I mean, he got a lot of momentum right now, and he's looking really good going to arguably the toughest fight of his career against Shakur Stevenson. And one may say Edwin de los Santos on paper could possibly be Shakur Stevenson's toughest fight as well. So yeah, man, really good fight, man. Much respect for both fighters for making it happen. Hopefully we can get this thing to the finish line this time, because Frank Martin, we thought that fight was going to happen, and it simply just didn't happen. But yeah, man, tell me what you guys think. We got another fight this upcoming November. Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin de los Santos. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.